Good morning. The first thing I want to do is let you know an update on my weight loss. I've still only lost 30 pounds. I haven't lost any more weight. I went from a size 18 to a 16. This is my first pair of size 16 pants in a long time. So I want to encourage any of you who are on a diet to don't just look at the scales, but also look at your clothes, because I went from size 22 to 20 to 18. I was just 18 about 3 weeks ago, and now I'm in a 16 without losing any more weight. And I couldn't get in a 16 about 3 weeks ago. So I'm happy. Once again, I'm happy. It is Sunday morning again, and as I've told you in the past, I do a lot of my prep work on Sunday. And I had some broccoli steaming here, and it's just about where I want it. So I'm going to take that off, but I think I'm going to make curry with it. I like curry dishes, but we'll set this aside. And the next thing I want to tell you is I have a good friend who posted something on Facebook the other day, and she said, do you want to have some fun? Go pick up some strange items out of the produce section and drive your cashier crazy with it. And so several of us jumped in on that and had some funny stories. And so I thought, what if I did a video on some of the strange things? The first one I'm going to talk about today is, sometimes it's called a Mexican potato, but the name of it is jicama. That's Jicama. When you have to peel it. Here's half of one. I've only peeled half of it. And so here's a big piece. You just peel it and slice it up, and you can eat it raw. We think it tastes like a bland pear. It's a little sweet, but it's real crunchy. So you can use it in things like tuna salads, or just add it to your salad. Here's one that I've done. This is just romaine lettuce, the jicama slices, and my famous homemade pico de gallo, some olives, and some sriracha sauce. Does that look good? You could eat it just like that. Oh, and jicama is a beautiful addition if you ever take a vegetable tray to a covered dish supper. Jicama is a wonderful ingredient to stretch out your different things to do. So that's jicama. The next thing I'm going to show you is taro root, but I'd never had taro root until the other day, and I bought it because they say it's lower glycemic, even though it's higher in calories and it's real high in starch. They say it's lower glycemic than potato. My husband, bless his heart, loves French fries, and so we watched a video of someone making French fries out. Now, I do cook things that I don't eat, because I know not everybody is going to stick to a diet like I've been trying. But I do like doing things for my darling and my dad once in a while anyway. So, but if we can make this taste like French fries, I think both of us can be happy campers. The first time I did try taro root, we just ate it boiled, and we were pleasantly surprised. It was quite tasty. So we're looking forward to doing this, and maybe I'll make a video of it. I don't know. But we're looking forward to using this for a substitute French fry. Now, the next thing I picked up is a chayote, the prickly chayote squash. You can get a chayote squash in a prickly style or in a smooth style. I have eaten the smooth style, and I do like it, but I've never had the prickly kind. So we're gonna see what to do with it. I just wanted to show it to you for now. I've got it in the plastic bag, of course, because it's sticky, and it will poke your fingers. So we'll do that later. My dad loves sweet potatoes. I'm just going to cook some sweet potatoes. Everybody knows about sweet potatoes. One of the other unusual things is the plantain, or the plantains, some people call it. And they just look like bananas, but they're not bananas. I have eaten these fried before in slices like this. And so I think we're going to do that again this time. They are very good. But I've also seen sweet ways to do it, and so I haven't decided how I'm going to use these. I may do a video on that too. From time to time, our little dog has a hard time eliminating, and so pumpkin is one of the really good things for her. So here it is, Thanksgiving time, and so we need to cook some more pumpkin up, and we're going to give some of this to our little dog. But then I'm also going to make some pumpkin puree that I might make a pumpkin pie with. Isn't it a beautiful little pumpkin? And then, this is not especially unusual vegetable. You know, some people really have an aversion to different foods, and cilantro is one of those. It's like you literally have a gene that either allows you to like cilantro or not. There's that same gene, or one like it, determines whether you like beets or not. And I'm one of them who do love beets, and my husband is one that does not. And so about 2 years ago, I was in an organic produce buying club, and one of their offerings was golden beets. Well, since I liked beets anyway, I went ahead and ordered some golden beets, and I just chopped them up and I roasted them in the oven. And Bruce tried some of them and he liked them. So I just happened to find these in the grocery store the other day, and so I bought them, and I am going to prepare these, and I do think I'm going to give you a video on these. But as a result of Bruce eating the golden beets, now he even likes the red beets. But I do a little bit special treatment on the red beets. I sweeten them up with, I make them sweet and sour, kind of like a Harvard beet, with vinegar and cornstarch and brown sugar and cinnamon. So I cheat for him a little bit. But we're going to do some golden beets later. So that's all I have for right now. Stick with me and we'll get these golden beets going. Here we are back again. I wanted to show you what happened while we were away from the camera, but we've already put a big dent in that salad, that jicama and pico de gallo salad. It was very good. Here I've got those golden beets, and I've scrubbed them with the vegetable scrubber, so they're clean. But we're gonna do just a little bit more prep. I'm gonna cut this greens part off. When I bought these at the grocery store, they still had the greens attached. So I've already detached the greens, and we ate those greens a couple of meals back. So you just trim the tops a little bit, trim that root a little bit, and drop it into boiling water. Got some boiling water going here. Now, I truly do not know the reason that you start your beets off this way. This is just the way I've always heard to do it. But then I did hear someone else say that if you don't like the taste of beets, go ahead and peel them first and then boil them, and it doesn't have quite as strong a beet flavor. So I don't know, I haven't ever done it that way. Maybe the only reason why you do it like this is like that woman who used to cut the end of the roast off, and so she was telling her daughter, well, first you cut the end of the roast off, and the daughter said, why? Well, I don't know why. This is how Grandma did it. So she went and asked Grandma, why do you cut the end of the roast off? And her answer was, because my pan was too short. So maybe that's the only reason why you start beets like this. I don't know. But we're gonna put them in there. And this pan is a little small. I didn't realize I had as many beets as I had, so I'm gonna switch these out to a bigger pot. Okay, now they're all covered. So we're going to leave it with you. We're going to leave it again and come back. This will probably take 20, 25, maybe even 30 minutes. But when they get tender, then we'll go to the next step. Okay, we're back. The beets have cooked. Here's the beets in the state that you saw them last. And I did boil them for about 25 minutes. A skewer will go in gently and easily. So I've done all but two. What I'm doing now is I'm taking the skin off, slicing them up, and then I'm going to be putting them in this skillet right here. In this skillet, I have about a teaspoon, doesn't take very much, a teaspoon of cinnamon sugar that I had already mixed up, a tablespoon of butter, about a teaspoon of balsamic vinegar, and about a teaspoon of honey. So we're going to get that warm while I finish doing these last two beets. Oh, and as you can see here, I'm well on my way to getting the pumpkin done. And of course you save your pumpkin seeds because you want to toast those later. Pumpkin seeds will kill parasites in your pet. So we'll toast those and give her some of those in her meal every once in a while. Plus little chunks of the pumpkin. It's very nutritious for them. Oh, still got butter on my knife. When you cut off the top, then you can peel it. You don't really even have to peel it. You can just scrape it, because now that skin is going to come right off of there. You put them on your cutting board and just slice them thinly. There's your peeled and sliced beets. And now to my last one. Okay, there's your sliced beets. So since these are cooked, you could eat them just like this. In fact, they're delicious. So here you had the cinnamon sugar, balsamic vinegar, butter, honey, and 1 tablespoon of cornstarch that's been mixed with a tablespoon, a little bit more of water. This is kind of a take on Harvard beets. And then I want enough liquid that those beet slices are covered. So we're going to put maybe that much more water. As you can tell, this is not a precise recipe. It's just a guideline. So we're going to stir that up and let it all get mixed in. That's going to get a little thick. So we're going to go ahead and put our beet slices in. So since the beets are already cooked, we're not going to need to do anything except get these coated with the sauce. This is a Thanksgiving company worthy dish. So if you wanted to make it even more beautiful, throw in a handful of dried cranberries or raisins, and you'll have a dish that's not only pretty but seasonal, delicious, and nutritious. We're going to turn it off. There you go. Golden beets with a honey balsamic butter sauce with sugar and cinnamon. And this has been Granny B's recipe. Take it and make it your own. Thank you.